My last video was about the emotions that some Chicagoans are going through right now with all the things that are happening in the city. But like Sandra, there's a lot of folks that are ready to help. So if that's you, let's think through all the different ways you can help. Now, the type of help that you might choose to participate in is going to depend on a couple of things. One of those is your risk tolerance, and another one is how much time or money you're able to put into this. So let's start with the high risk tolerance. And the reason why I call it high risk tolerance is because in these situations, you may actually be putting your body in the line of danger. Now, depending on the area where you live, there may be rapid response groups that are already formed, but it's also possible that there aren't any that are well organized. Usually, to join one of these groups, you need to know somebody that's already a part of it. And the reason for that is because there's a lot of ops out there that are undercover. And so it's better if someone knows you, and that way they can bring you in. Another way of helping that is also for people with high risk tolerance is protesting and marching. That means that you're showing up in person to state your dissent against something that's going on against people in your community. But again, not everybody has the risk tolerance right now to show up to a march. One additional way that you can support if you do have a high risk tolerance, and if you have the privilege to do so, is through accompaniment. Accompaniment groups are typically organized within neighborhoods, among parent groups, among churches, and community organizations. These groups identify people who are willing to accompany or go with or in the place of people who are not comfortable going outside and exposing themselves right now for things like child pickup, grocery runs, and sometimes even court appearances. So these are also high risk because, again, you would be putting your body in the line of danger. But not everybody has a very high risk tolerance. So what are some medium risk activities that you can also participate in? If you have a lot of time and you would like to volunteer, there are organizations that are taking volunteers. And these vary. There are food banks and food pantries that need help from volunteers to sort through materials. There are organizations that are asking for volunteers to host Know Your Rights workshops or to pass out resources to community members by going door to door. Those are some more formal and more organized ways of volunteering. But there are less formal, less organized ways that you can also volunteer and get involved. Now, I've seen quite a few content creators pop up highlighting restaurants and small businesses in the city that need patronage. You can do that too. Pick up your camera and walk down the neighborhood and figure out who is in need of signal boosting. Now, I know that there